Oh, welcome back. Well, before we begin, press the like button, subscribe, and fuck! Well, and yeah, this. God damn it. Yeah, like, subscribe, and let's begin. Welcome back. Glad to see you again. Have a seat. Here, get some drink. I'll be back with your meal in a second. When you finish, come meet me up at the back. I'll have something very interesting to show you. If you've entered the city from the south, you've probably passed Robert's farm on the west side of the road. Rob is a dear friend of mine, and we have made a few trips to the mountain and back. He was born into a poor family. All they had was a simple farmhouse, a few farm animals, and enough ground just to feed themselves. When he was 5, a war broke out, and his father, for the lack of other choice, took the king's coin. A year into the war, food became scarce, even more than before. People lost their lands and their homes. 2 years into the war, more and more people turned to the life of crime. Soldiers deserted their posts. Roads became unsafe for travel. Rob lived in a remote section of the empire. His village was not influenced much by thievery, until one day, a band of deserters came upon their village. They wanted to have a place for themselves, to hide from the military. They have slaughtered everyone. No mercy, no second thought. They went to the village like hot knife through butter. Cutting throats, beheading. Rob told me once that he was thankful that at least they did it quick. No torture, no having fun. They came and cleaned it all. You see, Rob's mother was a smart woman. She knew that one day something of that sort would happen, and she was prepared. She gave him a sack full of provisions, an axe, and some warm clothes, and a map with the title, Nogakv Kal. As every child would, he refused to leave his mother behind. He ran out of the house. There he stood, a 7-year-old boy dressed in rags, an axe in his hand. He saw a man standing in front of the house. At first he could not believe his eyes. It was his father. When he saw his young child, he told Rob, "Run! Don't look back! I tried to stop them! Run!" His mother was standing in the door. She could not believe that it was her husband standing there. All Rob could hear is, "Why? I'm sorry, I tried to stop them!" The other men slowly made their way to Rob's house. His father hugged him and told him to run. The last thing Robert saw, his father took out his sword, cut his mother's throat, and held her in his arms until she didn't move anymore. Rob did what he had to do to survive, and after years of traveling by foot, finally reached the mountain. He was at his early 20s when I met him. A few beers later, we became friends. A few adventures into the mountain, and we became brothers. Rob's dream was to have his own place and family. His main goal was to find a partner for life. We have saved enough money to buy us a piece of land where we could rest after our battles. As he was an experienced farmer, he began to grow crops, have a livestock. One day, we were hired by a blacksmith to retrieve him a lava stone, a rare object that can be found deep into the mountain. Shaped like a rock and hot as the sun, a must-have for a high-grade artisan. By that time, we knew where to go. Not to say that it was easy, but knowing the way is harder than battle. Once we were comfortable in our safety, we split up to look for the stone. You see, when jacinth, a red-orange gem, falls, you guessed it, into the lava, After an unknown period of time, it turns into lava stone. Good luck finding a red-orange gem inside the red-orange lava. While searching, Rob noticed an unusual flickering. It looked like a ball of fire, floating right above the molten rock. "Hello there, little fella," said Rob. The ball flew closer to him. "Hello," it answered in a sweet voice. "What are you?" asked Robert. "I'm an elemental," answered the floating ball. "What are you doing here? I have never seen a human before." "We are looking for lava stone. It's for our friend on the surface." "The surface? I always wanted to go there. Can you please take me with you? I'm so bored here, alone." Rob told the elemental, "I'm sorry, little one. I don't think I can. I can feel that you are looking for a partner. What if I'll help you find the stone and become your partner for life? Would you take me then?" "I suppose that's a good deal, but I'm kinda looking for a woman, not a floating ball of fire." At that point, the ball began to flicker once more, and slowly it took a shape of a humanoid. It resembled a human woman. On her head, she had hair made of long red, orange, yellow fire. She had deep embers for eyes, her eyebrows dancing like two small fires in the woods. Robert felt warmth practically spilling out from her. He knew that with her help, it would be much easier to grow crops here in the north. His need for a family overwhelmed his usually cleared mind, and he agreed to take her with him. In his eyes, she was the sun that would shine upon his fields and his life. "What is your name?" Robert asked her. "I never had one, but when I think about it, you can call me Ignis." Ignis held her part of the deal. She retrieved the lava stone and came up with us to the surface. On our way back, the two of them became close, chatting and laughing. And so I too let my guard down. As he grew closer to Ignis, he felt her warmth more intensely with each day. Eventually, we became back to the surface. Ignis was fascinating, shocked, and excited. By that time, I already had my own house. So we said goodbye and went our separate ways. According to Robert, as they passed, what was once a warm touch began to burn. The comforting light began to blind. You see, our universe is bound by certain laws. Although fire brings warmth and light, but if you get too close and stay for too long, you will get burned. Ignis was made of fire, and fire only wants to consume, and so she did. Ignis began to light small things on fire, and realized how easy it is to burn things here on the surface. Her nature took over. She began to burn more and more. The more things she set on fire, the larger she became, until all that was left from Robert's farm was ash. With the help of others, we managed to stop Ignis. But when you extinguish it, the fire dies. And so did she. Robert stood there motionless. He realized that he had mistaken fire for the sun. He realized that Ignis was not what he was after. She was only fire, and he needed a sun.